Chosen one, this message has reached you at the perfect time. Not a second too late, not a second too early. It has arrived at the exact moment your soul was meant to receive it. You may feel it already, a deep stirring within you, an unshakable knowing that something monumental is about to shift in your life. This is not coincidence. This is divine alignment. For too long you have walked a path filled with trials, solitude, and transformation. You have endured the dark nights of the soul, faced betrayal, rejection, and the weight of being misunderstood. You have been tested in ways that most cannot fathom, and yet you are still here. Not broken, not defeated, but refined, sharpened by the fire of your experiences. What you have gone through was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to prepare you. Every lesson, every heartbreak, every season of struggle was leading you to this very moment. And now, the training is over. The time for preparation has passed. It is time to step into your power. You did not come into this world to remain hidden. You were not chosen by God to live in the shadows. You were not meant to simply exist, to blend in, to be another nameless soul drifting through life without purpose. You are different, set apart, destined, and that destiny is calling you now, louder than ever before. You feel it in the depths of your spirit, in the whispers of your intuition, in the synchronicities that have been guiding you to this very message. This moment is no accident. You are not watching this by chance. You were drawn here because your spirit recognizes truth. You were led here because you are ready to receive the message that will change everything. The message that will remind you of who you truly are and what you are meant to become. This is not for everyone. Many will hear but not understand. Many will listen but not take action. But you, chosen one, are different. You are awake. You are aware. And you are ready. Everything you have endured has shaped you into a warrior of the divine. You have been stripped of illusions, purified of false attachments, and emptied of everything that once weighed you down. And now the universe is telling you, it is time. No more waiting, no more doubting, no more questioning whether you are enough. You are more than enough. You always have been, and now you must rise. Comment 111. If this message is reaching you in your spirit, if you know this is confirmation of what you have already felt deep inside, let it be a sign of your readiness, an affirmation that you are stepping into the next phase of your journey. And if you are ready to embrace the fullness of your purpose, make sure you are subscribed and have tapped the bell icon. Because from this moment on, the path ahead will not be the same. Your spiritual awakening was only the beginning. The lessons, the struggles, the isolation, all of it was a process, a divine initiation to mold you into the powerful being you were always meant to be. But a warrior does not stay in training forever. At some point, they must take up their sword, stand firm in their truth, and walk boldly in their purpose. And that moment is now. You are stepping into a higher frequency, a new level of divine authority. The illusions that once bound you can no longer hold you down. The doubts that whispered in your mind can no longer silence your voice. You are rising into who you were always meant to be. No longer a student, no longer in preparation mode. The training wheels are off. The universe is no longer testing you. It is waiting for you to step up. This is where everything changes, not just for you, but for those who are meant to be guided by your light. You are not just stepping into power for yourself. You are stepping into it for the souls that will find their path through you. For those who are lost and need to see someone who has made it through the fire. For those who have yet to awaken, who will need your wisdom to break free. You were never meant to walk this path just for yourself. Your journey, your battles, your victories, they were all meant to serve a greater purpose. The world is shifting. and you have been called to be a part of the Great Awakening. It is time to step forward. It is time to stop questioning whether you are ready. You are, and the world is waiting. This is your confirmation. This is your call to rise. Will you answer? Comment 111 if you receive this message with an open heart. And if you are ready to fully embrace your power, subscribe now and tap the bell icon, because this journey is only beginning and there is so much more for you to uncover. Chosen one, you have walked through fire. You have endured storms that would have broken others, but you did not break. You did not fall. Instead, you rose stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your divine purpose. What you have gone through was not random suffering, it was training. Every painful experience, every moment of isolation, every tear you shed was shaping you into the warrior you were always meant to be. And now, the training is complete. It is time to recognize the signs that you are no longer in preparation mode. You are stepping into power. For many years, you questioned why your path was so difficult. You looked around and saw others moving through life effortlessly, while you faced endless trials. You felt the weight of being different, of being misunderstood, of carrying burdens that no one else seemed to carry. But what you did not realize was that you were being forged in fire. You were not being punished. You were being prepared. You were not abandoned. You were being set apart. The chosen ones are not given an easy path because they are not meant for an ordinary life. They are meant to lead, to awaken, to transform the world. And now the signs are clear. Your spiritual training is complete. You are no longer who you used to be. The old version of you, the one that was uncertain, hesitant and filled with doubt, no longer exists. You have been reborn into your highest self, and you must recognize this shift. One of the most powerful signs that your training is complete is the deep inner knowing that you are different now. You can feel it. Something inside of you has changed. You no longer react to things the way you used to. The situations that once triggered you now seem small and insignificant. The emotions that once controlled you no longer have power over you. The people who once held influence over your life now seem distant, as if they belong to a past version of yourself that no longer exists. You are seeing through the illusions of this world, the distractions, the false narratives, the empty pursuits. They no longer hold your attention. You have gained spiritual clarity, the ability to see beyond the veil. You now recognize what is real and what is an illusion. The lies of the world, the manipulations of the system, the programming that keeps people asleep. You are no longer affected by it. You are awake in a way that most people will never understand. And with this awakening comes divine synchronicities. You are seeing numbers like 1111, 333, 444. These are not coincidences. These are messages, confirmations from the universe that you are aligned with your higher purpose. You are noticing how everything is falling into place, how certain people are leaving your life while new, more aligned connections are entering. You are experiencing prophetic dreams, vivid visions, moments of deep intuition that guide you exactly where you need to be. Another sign that your training is complete is the loss of attachment to the old world. The things that once mattered to you no longer hold value. You no longer seek validation from others. You no longer chase after material success, empty relationships, or meaningless distractions. You are no longer bound by fear, by the opinions of others, by the need to fit in. You are free. And this freedom is a sign that you are ready to step into your power. You have also developed spiritual resilience. The hardships that used to shake you no longer have the same effect. You have been tested time and time again, and now you face challenges with strength instead of fear. You no longer ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead, you ask, "What is this teaching me?" You have reached a point where pain no longer weakens you, it strengthens you. You have stepped into the mindset of a warrior, and as a result, your energy has shifted. You may have noticed that people react differently to you now. Some are drawn to you, sensing something powerful within you. Others are intimidated, repelled by your light. This is because your frequency has changed. You no longer vibrate at the same level as those who are still trapped in illusion. Your presence alone disrupts the false reality they live in. Some will be inspired by you, others will be uncomfortable, but none will be able to ignore you. This is confirmation that you have elevated to a new level. You are now a guide, a leader, a beacon for those who are still awakening. The way you speak, the way you move, the way you carry yourself, it all reflects your transformation. You can no longer pretend to be small. You can no longer dim your light to make others comfortable. You have stepped into a greater version of yourself, and there is no turning back. And now, the final and most undeniable sign that your training is complete. You feel the calling to step up. You feel it in your soul. You know that you are meant for more. You know that you have a mission to fulfill, that your voice, your presence, your existence is meant to impact others. You cannot shake this feeling. It is growing stronger, pushing you forward, urging you to take action. This is the moment you have been waiting for. You are no longer in a season of learning. You are in a season of leading. No more hesitation. No more waiting for the right time. The right time is now. The universe has confirmed it. The signs are all around you. Your spirit already knows. It is time to embrace your power fully. There is no more need for doubt. No more need to question whether you are worthy. You were chosen before you were even born. You carry a power within you that cannot be denied. The world may have tried to break you, but it only made you stronger. Now you stand at the threshold of something greater. Your training is over. Your ascension has begun. Step forward, for your destiny awaits. Chosen one, the time for learning has passed. You have been trained, tested, and refined. The days of searching for answers outside of yourself are over. You have spent years seeking truth, absorbing wisdom, and unlocking the mysteries of your existence. But now, you must understand something fundamental. You are no longer a student. You are no longer in preparation mode. You are now an authority in your own right, and it is time to step fully into that power. The world has conditioned you to believe that you must always look to others for guidance, that you must keep learning, keep waiting, keep preparing. But that is an illusion. You have already received the knowledge you need. You have already walked the path of experience. There comes a point when the seeker must become the teacher, when the apprentice must become the master. That time is now. You do not need another sign. You do not need more confirmation. The very fact that you are still here, still standing, still aware of your divine calling is all the proof you need. You have walked through the fire and emerged transformed. What more could you possibly need to know? You are ready. You always have been. The only thing that remains is for you to accept it. Stepping into authority means owning your voice. No more questioning whether you should speak. No more doubting whether your words have power. They do. Your voice carries the frequency of truth. When you speak, the energy shifts. People listen. Even those who pretend not to hear you will feel it. They may resist. They may challenge you, but they cannot ignore you. Your words are not ordinary. They are infused with divine energy. And now, it is time to use them. The world is full of noise, full of deception, full of voices that mislead and confuse. But your voice, chosen one, is different. Your words are an anchor in the storm, a light in the darkness. There are souls out there waiting for what you have to say. They are searching for a voice that will cut through the illusion and deliver the truth. And that voice is yours. You were not given wisdom just to keep it to yourself. You were not shown the way just to remain silent. It is time to speak. Stepping into authority also means walking with confidence. You must carry yourself as one who knows who they are, not as someone still trying to prove their worth. You have nothing to prove. Your very existence is proof. You do not need to seek approval. You do not need permission. You do not need validation from anyone. The universe itself has already validated you. The trials you have endured, the lessons you have learned, the growth you have achieved, these are all the confirmations you need. There will be those who question you, who challenge you, who doubt you. That does not matter. Their opinions are irrelevant. You are not here to be liked. You are not here to be understood by everyone. You are here to fulfill your divine purpose, and that requires you to stand firm, even when others do not see what you see. Do not waste time trying to convince those who refuse to awaken. Your energy is too valuable for that. Focus on those who are ready. They will recognize you. They will feel your presence. They will know that you are speaking truth. Another key to stepping into authority is no longer seeking external guidance the way you once did. Yes, there is always more to learn. Yes, wisdom is infinite, but at this stage, your greatest teacher is within you. The knowledge you need is already inside you, embedded in your soul. You no longer need to search for someone else to confirm what you already know. You must now trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Trust the voice within you that has been guiding you all along. This does not mean you stop growing. It means you recognize that your growth now comes from walking in your purpose, not from constantly looking for more lessons. The lessons will come as you move forward. The wisdom will deepen as you apply it. But you cannot stay in the phase of always seeking, always waiting, always preparing. That time is over. You must now step forward and embody what you have learned. Stepping into authority also means understanding your power. You are no longer operating at the same level as before. Your energy has shifted. Your presence has changed. People can sense it. Some will be drawn to you, recognizing the power within you. Others will be intimidated, uncomfortable in your presence, because your light exposes their darkness. This is part of the process. Do not shrink yourself to make others feel comfortable. Do not lower your vibration just to fit in. You were not meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out. You must now command your space. Walk into every room knowing that you belong there. Speak with authority, knowing that your words matter. Move with certainty, knowing that you are divinely guided. You are not a beginner anymore. You are not lost. You are not unsure. You are exactly where you are supposed to be, and now you must walk in that truth. There will be moments of resistance, moments when doubt tries to creep in, moments when old fears resurface. That is normal. But the difference now is that you know how to overcome them. You have the tools. You have the knowledge. You have the strength. Do not let temporary moments of hesitation keep you from your destiny. A warrior does not stop in the middle of the battlefield just because they feel tired. They keep moving forward. And that is what you must do. You are stepping into a new chapter, one where you no longer ask for guidance. You give it. One where you no longer question yourself. You trust yourself. One where you no longer wait for the right time. You declare that the time is now. You are not a student anymore. You are not in training anymore. You are stepping into your role as a leader, a teacher, a guide. And the world is waiting for you to fully embrace it. There is no going back. The old version of you no longer exists. The days of being uncertain, hesitant, and doubtful are behind you. You have crossed the threshold. You are now in a space of authority. Walk in it. Own it. Be it. Because that is who you were always meant to be. Chosen one, you have spent too much time shrinking yourself, too much time doubting your own power, too much time making yourself small so that others could feel comfortable. That time is over. You were not chosen to blend in. You were not called to be silent, to suppress your light, to lower your frequency for the sake of fitting in. You were chosen to stand in your full power, to radiate truth, to disrupt illusions, and to step boldly into your divine mission. There is a shift happening within you. You feel it. The old ways no longer resonate. The fears that once held you back no longer have the same grip. The voices of doubt that once whispered in your mind are growing weaker. This is because you are stepping into your power, and power does not negotiate with fear. You have come too far, endured too much, and transformed in ways that most people will never understand. You can no longer afford to play small. Playing small was never your destiny. It was a survival mechanism. It was something you learned in a world that was never ready for you. You were conditioned to believe that you had to dim your light, that you had to be careful not to be too much, that you had to soften your truth so that others wouldn't feel uncomfortable. But what you must understand now is that those days are over. The world may not be ready for you, but that does not matter. You are not here to wait for permission. You are here to be the force that shifts everything. Look at how much you have grown. Look at how much you have overcome. The things that used to keep you trapped, the fears that used to paralyze you, the doubts that once made you question yourself, they no longer hold power over you. Why? Because you have evolved. You have stepped into a new level of awareness, and now you must walk in that awareness with full confidence. Walking in your power means recognizing that you are the authority in your own life. No one else decides your path. No one else gets to tell you what you are capable of. No one else holds the key to your destiny. That power belongs to you alone. And yet for so long, you have allowed outside forces to influence your mind, to plant seeds of doubt, to make you question yourself. But no more. That era is over. You now move with certainty, with purpose, with unwavering faith in who you are and what you are here to do. It is time to start showing up as the person you were always meant to be. No more hiding in the shadows. No more second-guessing yourself. No more letting fear dictate your choices. You must now take up space. Speak with conviction. Move with purpose. Own your presence. There will be those who do not understand you, those who will feel threatened by your confidence, those who will try to bring you back down to the level they are comfortable with. Do not let them. You were not meant to live at a lower frequency just to make others feel at ease. You were not meant to minimize yourself so that others could feel bigger. That is not power, that is self-betrayal, and you can no longer afford to betray yourself. Walking in your power also means fully embracing your spiritual gifts. You have been given divine abilities, intuition, wisdom, discernment, healing energy. These are not things to be ignored or downplayed. These are the tools that will guide you on your mission. It is time to stop questioning whether you are gifted. You are. It is time to stop wondering if you have something special inside of you. You do. And it is time to stop looking outside of yourself for validation. The confirmation is within you, always has been. But power comes with responsibility. You must now protect your energy like never before. You cannot afford to be reckless with your time, your emotions, or your focus. The more you rise, the more distractions will try to pull you back down. The more you step into your divine authority, the more forces will attempt to shake you. You must be unmoved. You must be unshaken. Not everyone deserves access to you. Not everyone should be allowed into your space. Walking in power means setting boundaries without apology. And most importantly, walking in your power means taking action. It is no longer enough to simply know who you are. You must now live it. This is where many fall short. They recognize their strength. They feel the calling. They know they are meant for more, but they do not take the necessary steps. They stay in a place of potential instead of stepping into manifestation. But you, chosen one, cannot afford to be stagnant. You cannot afford to remain in the space of almost ready. You must move forward. You must step up. You must take action. There is something inside of you that the world needs. Something that no one else carries in the way that you do. It could be your wisdom, your voice, your ability to uplift others, your ability to see beyond the surface. Whatever it is not meant to remain hidden. You are a force, and that force is needed now more than ever. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for everything to make sense. Stop waiting for a sign to confirm what you already know. The time is now. The moment is now. The power is already within you. You just have to claim it. Every step you take in your power strengthens you. Every time you choose courage over fear, you grow. Every time you show up as your highest self, you expand. And as you continue to walk in this energy, you will notice that doors begin to open effortlessly. Opportunities will come to you, not because you chased them, but because you aligned yourself with them. This is what happens when you fully embody your divine purpose. You stop forcing things. You stop seeking approval. You stop questioning yourself. Instead, you move with certainty, knowing that everything you need is already within you. This is your moment, chosen one. No more playing small, no more dimming your light, no more waiting. You have everything you need to step fully into your power. Walk in it, own it, be it. Chosen one, with power comes responsibility. You did not go through the trials, the awakening, and the transformation just to sit back and do nothing. You have been called, and with that calling comes a great duty. Stepping into your power is not just about claiming authority. It is about holding the line, standing firm in your truth, becoming an unshakable force against the darkness that seeks to distort and destroy. You have always known that you were different, that you were set apart. But what you may not have fully grasped until now is that being chosen is not just a title, it is a responsibility. It means carrying a divine mission. It means staying true even when the world around you is lost. It means holding the line when others waver. Holding the line means standing firm in your purpose, even when the road gets difficult. It means not allowing the distractions, the opinions, or the illusions of this world to shake your foundation. You will be tested. You will be challenged. You will be met with resistance. That is the nature of walking in truth. But you must remain unwavering. You must be the one who does not fold under pressure. You were chosen to lead, not to follow. To set the example, not to conform. And leadership comes with weight. It comes with solitude at times. It comes with moments where you feel like no one understands you, where you feel the burden of carrying what others refuse to see. But that is the path of the chosen. You were given this mission because you have the strength to carry it. As a chosen one, you have a duty to protect your energy. Your light is powerful, but it is also rare. And because of that, there will always be those who try to drain it. People will come to you, seeking your wisdom, your guidance, your presence, but not all will come with pure intentions. Some will try to take from you without giving. Some will try to attach themselves to your energy without respect. You must be discerning. You must know when to give and when to step back. Not everyone is meant to have access to you. There is a difference between being a guiding force and being a savior. You were not chosen to save everyone. You were chosen to stand in truth, to be an example, to light the way for those who are ready. But the decision to awaken is always a personal one. You cannot force anyone to see what they refuse to see. You cannot carry people who are unwilling to walk on their own. That is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to hold the line, to remain in alignment with truth, to continue being a light, even when the world is filled with darkness. Holding the line also means standing strong against spiritual attacks. The moment you stepped into your power, you became a threat to forces that thrive on deception. You will notice that the more you elevate, the more opposition you face. This is not a coincidence. It is confirmation that you are moving in the right direction. The attacks come because you are disrupting the plans of those who wish to keep the world in ignorance. But you must understand this. No weapon formed against you will prosper. You are protected. You are divinely guided. The darkness may try to shake you, but it cannot break you. As long as you stay in alignment, as long as you continue to walk in truth, nothing can stop you. The only way you lose is if you surrender. And surrender is not an option. Another responsibility of a chosen one is to remain disciplined. Power without discipline leads to destruction. You must master yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions. You must be intentional with your words, aware of your energy, and in control of your reactions. There will be people who try to provoke you, to pull you out of character, to test your patience. Do not give them what they seek. Move with wisdom. Choose your battles wisely. Not everything requires your response. Not every attack requires your attention. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is remain still, knowing that divine justice will always prevail. There will also be moments of exhaustion, moments where you feel like you have given so much, yet the world remains unchanged. Moments where you wonder if your efforts even matter. In those moments, remember this: you are planting seeds. You may not always see the immediate results, but trust that your presence, your energy, your words, they are making an impact. The souls who are meant to awaken through you will, in divine timing. Your mission is not to force growth. It is to hold the line, to be a constant, to remain steady in the storm. You must also be prepared for shifts in your circle. The higher you rise, the more you will notice that some people can no longer walk with you. Not everyone is meant to go where you are going. Some people were only in your life for a season, to teach you a lesson, to play a role in your growth. Do not grieve those who fall away. It is simply a sign that you are elevating. Those who are meant to walk with you in this next chapter will find you. And finally, holding the line means never compromising your truth, no matter what. The world will try to silence you. It will try to tempt you, distract you, or pressure you into conforming. Do not bend. Do not waver. Do not allow anything to pull you away from your divine mission. You are here for a reason. Your presence is needed. Your voice is needed. Your strength is needed. You were not chosen for comfort. You were chosen for purpose. You were not placed on this earth to live an ordinary life. You were placed here to lead, to awaken, to transform. And that requires strength, resilience, and an unshakable commitment to truth. So, stand firm, hold the line, and walk in your power, knowing that you were made for this. Chosen one, now that you have stepped into your power, it is time to understand your divine authority. You are no longer just an observer of reality. You are a commander of it. You are not chosen to simply exist, to be swept by the winds of fate without direction. You are chosen to speak reality into existence, to move with divine confidence, and to shape the world around you through the force of your will. This is not about wishful thinking. This is not about hoping for change. This is about knowing that you are a co-creator with the divine, knowing that your words carry weight, knowing that what you decree with certainty must come to pass. You have already seen glimpses of this power. Times when you spoke something, and it happened. Times when you thought of something deeply, and it manifested in your life. That was not coincidence. That was you operating in your natural spiritual authority without even realizing it. Now it is time to do it consciously. It is time to stop doubting your power and start using it with full awareness. The world responds to certainty, not hesitation. When you speak, speak as one who knows. When you move, move as one who commands. When you set an intention, Set it as one who expects it to unfold. There is no room for weak energy, no space for half-belief. You are a divine being. You were created to speak things into existence, to shift energy, to create change with your very presence. But before you can command reality, you must command yourself. The greatest masters of manifestation do not simply demand things from the universe. They are in complete control of their own mind, their own emotions, their own vibration. If you cannot control your thoughts, if you cannot discipline your energy, you cannot expect to control anything outside of yourself. The universe does not respond to scattered energy. It responds to focused intention. This is why the chosen ones are tested. This is why you were put through trials that forced you to master your emotions, to release fear, to silence self-doubt. Because only those who are stable within can have authority over what is outside of them. You had to go through the fire to refine your mind. You had to endure isolation to develop clarity. You had to experience setbacks to cultivate resilience. Now you are being told, you are ready. Manifesting divine authority means understanding that your energy is your command center. What you believe becomes reality. What you focus on expands. What you refuse to accept loses power. This is why you must be intentional with everything. Your words, your actions, your thoughts, your presence. You can no longer speak from a place of uncertainty. You can no longer think from a place of fear. You can no longer act from a place of weakness. Every move you make must be deliberate. Speak with authority. If you say, I am abundant, then abundance must manifest. If you say, I am protected, then no harm can touch you. If you say, doors will open for me, then opportunities must come. But if you hesitate, if you contradict your own words with doubt, then you weaken the energy behind them. Your words must align with your belief. Your belief must align with your actions. Your actions must align with your divine purpose. This is how you command reality. There will be people who do not understand this power, people who live by chance, by fear, by limitation. But you are not one of them. You have awakened to your true nature, and now you must walk in it. Your energy alone should shift the atmosphere when you enter a room. Your presence alone should command respect, not through force, but through certainty. When you know who you are, others will feel it without you having to say a word. You are no longer a passive participant in life. You are an active creator of your destiny. No more waiting for things to change. No more hoping for better days. You declare them. You create them. You move toward them with the full understanding that you are in control. The only thing that can stop you is you. If you hesitate, you delay your blessings. If you doubt, you weaken your power. If you allow distractions, you lose focus. But if you stand firm, if you hold the line, if you command with confidence, then nothing can stand in your way. The universe responds to those who move in alignment. The spiritual realm listens to those who speak with authority. The forces of darkness retreat from those who stand in their power. So now, own your authority. Speak boldly. Move with certainty. Act with divine purpose. You are not here to be passive. You are here to lead, to command, to shift reality itself. The time for hesitation is over. Step forward and walk as the force you were always meant to be. Chosen one, you have come far. You have broken through illusions, overcome trials, and stepped into the awareness of your divine power. But this is not the end of your journey. This is the beginning of something greater. Now that you have ascended beyond fear, beyond doubt, beyond hesitation, you must ask yourself, what happens now? You have stepped into your authority. You are no longer a seeker, you are a force. But stepping into power is not just about claiming it. It is about what you do with it. The universe has not brought you here just to know who you are. It has brought you here so that you can become what you were always meant to be. From this moment forward, your reality will change. Things that no longer serve you will begin to fall away. People who are not aligned with your mission will distance themselves, and you must let them go. Situations that once seemed permanent will suddenly shift, making way for something greater. Do not resist this transformation. This is the natural order of ascension. As you elevate, your environment must change to match your new frequency. You may feel moments of discomfort. You may experience an emptiness as old things fall away. But understand this: space must be cleared for the new to arrive. You cannot bring the weight of the past into your next chapter. You must release what no longer aligns with your divine path. This is not loss. This is evolution. In this next phase, you will be given new spiritual assignments. Your purpose is expanding. You will be called to lead, to teach, to guide others. You may find yourself in positions where people are drawn to your wisdom, where your presence alone shifts the energy of a room. This is not accidental. You were always meant to awaken others, to plant seeds of truth, to be a light in a world that has grown dim. But with new assignments come new tests. Stepping into power does not mean the challenges stop. It means they evolve. You will now be tested at a higher level. The universe will not test you on what you have already mastered. It will test you on what you need to strengthen. Do not mistake these trials as setbacks. They are stepping stones, refining you even further. You will also experience an increase in divine guidance. Your intuition will heighten. Your spiritual senses will sharpen. Messages will come to you more clearly, whether through dreams, synchronicities, or moments of deep knowing. Trust them. Trust yourself. You are being led with precision, and every step you take is being orchestrated by divine forces beyond what you can see. But you must also stay grounded. Power without discipline leads to imbalance. You are rising, but you must remain humble, focused, and aligned. Do not let ego deceive you. Do not become distracted by those who seek to challenge or provoke you. Not every battle is yours to fight. True power is knowing when to act and when to remain still. Move with wisdom. Guard your energy. Protect your mind, your spirit, and your purpose at all costs. In this next chapter, you must also be prepared to walk alone at times. Leadership is not always accompanied by applause. The higher you rise, the fewer will understand your journey. But do not let loneliness deceive you. You are never truly alone. Divine forces are always guiding you, and those who are meant to walk with you in this new season will find you at the right time. Now is the time to fully commit to your path. No more questioning, no more waiting, no more looking back. The old you is gone. The version of you that played small, that doubted, that feared, no longer exists. You stand now as your highest self, and from this point forward, every step you take must be in alignment with that truth. So, what happens now? You rise even higher. You step even deeper into your purpose. You move without fear, without hesitation, without apology. The world is waiting for what you carry. The mission is bigger than you, and you are ready. This is your next chapter. Walk into it with full authority. Chosen one, you have reached a pivotal moment in your journey. Everything you have endured, everything you have learned, everything you have become, it has all led to this. But understand this truth. This is not the end. This is only the beginning. You have stepped into power, but power is not stagnant. It is an ever-expanding force, and you must continue to grow with it. There will always be new levels, new assignments, new revelations. You are not here to remain the same. You are here to evolve, to rise, to ascend beyond anything you once thought possible. The days of questioning yourself are over. The days of waiting for the right moment are behind you. You are the moment. You are walking in divine authority now, and that means your presence alone shifts reality. From this point forward, everything you do must be intentional. Every word you speak must carry purpose. Every step you take must be in alignment with your highest self. There will be challenges ahead, but do not fear them. You have been built for this. There will be moments of uncertainty, but do not let them shake you. You have already seen what happens when you trust the process. The path may not always be clear, but your spirit will always know the way. You are no longer the person you once were. The old version of you would hesitate. The old version of you would doubt. But that person no longer exists. You have risen into something greater. Now you must own it. Move forward with confidence. Walk boldly in your calling. Live in your truth without apology. You were chosen for a reason, and now it is time to fulfill that reason without hesitation. This is not the peak of your journey. It is the foundation of something far greater. Step forward. The world is waiting. The mission continues, and you are ready.